Welcome to Go On Board.
Yeah.
Kenny Ford. I'm so tired.
I'm very tired. Very, very tired.
Who are you again? I forgot your name. My co-host again. I like fucking with you, man.
You do. You do. You do.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm chilling.
We're 9.
That's 9, right?
9 in the 9th month in the 19th year.
Jordan's Olympic number was 9.
That's a fun.
What else was 9?
It's a lot of things. 9
I got a 9
9
pulled
is a
on me.
strong number.
I got a 9 pulled on me in the store one day.
9 is the final number. There is no numbers after 9. Everything
Yeah,
starts to
9 is
duplicate
the
everything.
completion.
You know, Pa from the hood, her father pulled out a gun on me before. A 9.
You was able to see the time?
In a Dominican store.
Right,
So
that's pretty good.
9 has some significance.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have the craziest story.
That's crazy.
Oh, man. To the left of me is my brother.
Yes, sir.
A friend of the show, my man Cliffy,
Yes,
a.k.a.
sir.
Stadel,
Yes, sir.
a.k.a. Roy Jones Jr.
That's
Yeah,
what he is.
for the first time, my brother, Ron.
Yes,
Ron
sir, yes,
Rockwell.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it going, Ron?
I'm good, man.
Long time no see.
I
man.
know.
I used to see you at every fucking event. back
every
in the days.
event, Casanova. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
man.
And you know,
It's good to see you again.
yeah,
my
always,
brother.
man.
It's
You
always-
my brother, man. You
it's
my
always
dude,
a pleasure,
you know what I
man.
mean?
What you over there looking at? We started
I'm
the show.
looking at handles. I'm looking at handles because I'm about to talk about this Black Spades deck we got.
What do we have today?
Okay. So it's this relatively new company, and it's called Black Spades. And they make cards. If I can open it. Can you open this? And
Specifically for spades.
specifically for spades, and it's also with the idea of the Black kings and queens. We all come from royalty. The kings and the queens in the deck are that of reminiscent of Egypt.
Yes.
And thank you so much, because that was hard.
Nubians and all.
Because we ain't black and we ain't African, we're Moors.
A lot
Yes.
of things. A lot of things.
More means black.
Well, but they wasn't calling us black though. They were calling
They
us
was
Moor.
calling us more, which means black. That's fine.
So
I like more better than black though, because
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't black, you ain't black,
I concur.
he ain't black.
Yeah, I concur.
So the
That's great
creator
as black,
is what is it? Emaki Creates, and co-owned CFO Perfect Nines, but it's Black BLVCK
Right.
Spades.com, and
You dropped the card.
it's not. It was like one of those like generic little cards. So this is like how it looks. These are the jokers, and they're already labeled big, little. So there's no argument. There's no writing on the card.
Who are these?
This
Who are
is,
these?
I know
Who
this
are
is Anubis. I know
Yeah.
that one.
Anubis?
Yeah.
What's his other name?
Ra. No, yeah, it's Ra.
Isn't he like
That's the sun. That's the sun god.
Toth?
No.
Toth?
This is the son.
That's the sun god.
This is
This is
Toth.
Ra. This is
He's
the son.
the
Well, Ra.
king
That's
of the
that's where they got
undead,
Jesus
right?
from, right? That's where Christianity got
no,
Jesus
no.
from.
This,
He-
yeah, this
he
is
was
the, yeah.
embalming
that's
the bodies.
That's the god of the underworld.
Yeah.
This is Ra.
All right, that's Ra. So that's where they got Jesus from.
Or-
Christianity.
Amen Ra.
Amen
Septemin
Ra.
Ra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here are like the jack, the queen, the king.
Dope card.
So they're each different. Yeah, Nefertiti.
Try it.
So the concept was dope. So of course, we talk about all things dope, and we all support each other.
And also support black, because that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. So
Those are dope.
this is a standard deck. So there is a spades deck, which is kind of like, it teaches you basically how to play spades, so you can't fuck up.
Wow.
But the two of
Oh, well,
diamonds,
we should have had that for Ron.
yeah, yeah. The two of diamonds in the spades deck is gold, and it's labeled big, and of course the two of spades will be low, and all the spades in this spade deck is gold. That's the difference between the standard and the spades deck. Dope concept, really nice, guys.
Oh, we're going to have some fun with these.
Yes,
You
yes.
took the club and you took the heart out?
No,
The tour,
That's your
To a
thing.
club and to a heart?
that's your thing.
Oh,
That's your
sugar
thing you
honey
got
ice.
going on there.
Sugar honey ice
You
cream.
can do that. It's nice, right? They got like these like.
Can you put that over there, youngin?
And it was cute. It was nice. But you know how you like go by, you're not reading. I mean, yeah. Just give me the standard right here. Send it to me. Let's go. I should have got the spade back.
That's nice cards. Before we start, I just want to take a moment to address. We had a death in the family out in Red Hook. Family member Nair, she was killed last Sunday, and we a lot of us where we're from, we're still trying to deal with it. We're in shock. So before we start anything, I just want to just take a few seconds to just honor her and remember her.
I'm sorry, before we take this second, I just want to add, it wasn't just her. It's ironic that we had actually 2 deaths in our neighborhood with very similar circumstances. Erica.
Yeah, she was almost a year.
Yeah, so I just want to add her into this moment of silence because she also died from domestic violence.
Domestic,
So,
okay.
Domestic violence.
Exactly, so it definitely touched close to home.
So, just take a few seconds. Love you, Naya.
Love you.
All right,
Love.
before we get in, we have our friend Ron, who will be teaching on the fly.
On camera for the world to see.
I can't tell you how to set your hand up, but I'll tell you this. Put your spades with spades. To a diamond is a spade. Both jokers are spades. Put your clubs with clubs, put your hearts with hearts, put your diamonds with diamonds. That way you set your hand up.
Gotcha. I shouldn't say this on camera. The only card game I know is Uno. So, yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Don't I declare war?
Pity pat?
Back in the days, I
What the
declared
fuck you was
war.
on in high school?
You know what it was? I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was those card games were so violent, and if you didn't know already, they ain't had time to teach you.
Shit's a contact sport.
So I was listening to LL records. I wasn't even. I wasn't even trying to learn. I didn't care,
Okay, so
and I didn't care enough.
you're expert level Uno.
Oh, I talk the most shit in Uno. I talk shit and back it up in Uno.
So it's illegal or not illegal. Like you're playing it wrong if you put the draw 4 in the draw 2.
Yeah, that's some new shit. We never did that.
So many conversations about that shit. So many motherfuckers try to finesse me. Yeah. I got a draw 2 and they throw the draw. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way.
Only in the hood Uno, which we call Crazy 8s.
Crazy 8s.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Can you cut that? So
you only can put the 4
since this is your first time here,
oh shit,
my brother, what is your top 5 MCs?
Top 5 MCs.
Top 5 MCs
with a wild card. Somebody that you're throwing in that could top anybody in your 5.
All right. Number 1, I always go with Rakim.
Smart man.
Rakim, Christopher Wallace, Jay, Nas.
All lyrical motherfuckers.
That's 4. This may be some people wild card, but he's so slept on. I put LL in my top 5.
Yeah.
The reason why I put LL is because
He's the architect.
he's a prototype MC.
Yeah.
He was before Rakim. LL was the one who everyone looked at as that guy, and the ladies loved him. No irony in that. No pun intended. And at the same time, you didn't want to step to him because he'll body you on the mic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
LL will battle anybody.
Your body, you know what I'm saying? Battle anybody. You know what I mean? That's 4.
First hand play yourself, guys.
Number 5, I would say.
Well, this would be a wild card. You said what? Big
I
J,
said
Nas,
Rock,
Rakim,
Jay,
LL.
Nas, Big,
Yeah, LL was 5.
So that's 5?
Yeah.
Slick Rick.
I love
No. I like Slick. I know, but his thing. He had one good album, and everything else after that was kind of.
It was an irreplaceable album. Like
after the first album.
I mean, you have to think about. You know what? It's your list. Go ahead.
No. I like that discussion. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to think about
His impact was there, though.
He's like an apostle. You know what I mean? Like everything, even to this day, it's borrowed from his records. Whether it's the style, or they're trying to mimic the storytelling, or it's a sample of the actual song. Like it's so
all the gaudiness in the jewelry.
Like everything, the style of dress, the excessive jewelry, the everything, like even the smoothness.
I think that's more cultural impact than MCing.
Right, I agree.
That's cultural impact.
But our culture and rap music are synonymous with each other.
It does. But he only had that one album, and after that.
Okay, but you also put Big in there, who had two albums.
And they were both ill albums.
Three.
Right.
Slick Rick had like 3-4 albums. After that one album, it was all forgettable.
Double album.
He didn't talk about him no more after the first album.
So
his skills diminished.
Sidebar. Shout out to Slick Rick. I pick up his garbage.
Shout out to Slick Rick.
I pick up his garbage. I ain't gonna say where he lives, but I pick up his garbage.
Shout out to the Bronx.
I've been waiting for him to come outside, but I'm picking it up as soon as I can get it all autographed.
Element, love, I'm joking. I don't know.
No. You can't put it. We gotta, you know.
Look, I don't work at sanitation, so
Don't put that out.
Me.
You gotta tell motherfuckers where I work.
Oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
what the fuck they think you doing picking up garbage?
I could be fucked up out here, me.
Come on now.
Garbage voluntarily.
Yo,
Sir.
I could be fucked up. I could be out there, you know, scrap metal like a motherfucker.
We'll pick
You
up
don't
garbage
know.
for tips.
You don't know. So you say Slick would be your 6. Yeah, wild card.
I love this deck. This deck is so sexy.
Yo.
I'm just saying that to myself. I really do. I enjoy it.
I am.
I'm enjoying it.
You still gonna lose.
See, I wish they had more
You
in
think
depth
so?
in it. Like I wish they had like Imhotep as like a Joker or something like that, or you know,
I
people that
think,
you can identify.
I'm
You
not
still
sure.
gonna
They
lose.
have different decks.
Right, that'd be
Still
cool.
gonna lose.
I was kind of overwhelmed on the website.
Okay.
So they might.
I'm pretty sure that'd be
Check it out.
doper. So you know, I will.
I can't. I don't have any answers.
Because I'm looking at these
besides that.
Jokers, like I don't know about these noses on this Joker. Though. I don't really know about that.
So first hand gonna play itself.
yeah, I know.
First hand plays itself means
Who
that
down?
we
You
don't.
down?
Yeah,
Okay,
that means
so
that we don't bid. So he's gonna throw the first card out, and you gonna match suit.
me
I'm
tell you.
first get cursed out. I don't know. Wait, who am I playing with?
Me and you.
The kings
All right, so-
and queens are beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the
So
team,
beautiful.
and we the team.
So being real quick,
This is actually all the questions. Take your time. Don't
Say
feel
what you
bad.
gotta say now, because I
Chinese
don't care if
to
you
me
don't know
right
how
now.
to play. Don't talk across the board.
You always got to match
match or
Always
higher.
match the suit.
Match
No.
suits.
So this is the highest card right
the
here.
ace, right, of this suit.
Gotcha.
So you got to throw out another diamond. If you don't have another diamond, more than likely you want to throw out a spade so you can win the book, unless he's winning the book. Say this is his.
Mhm.
He was your partner.
Yeah.
And then we can't throw out anything to beat this. Unless we throw out a spade, you want to throw out a higher spade. Because just in case we're cutting one of his cards.
But if that was my
We're gonna
book,
throw out a
you
higher
would throw
spade.
off.
Off.
Look,
Some,
me, you'll throw a
if I throw out a
not
diamond,
conflict.
right? Like say
Yeah.
if he threw this out and then I threw out a diamond to follow up, then you still have to worry and make the right decision. Or should you cut, or should you just let it walk because she could be cut? So you just gotta kind of,
So
Don't
first
throw
hand-
out a spade if you got a diamond.
If you got a diamond, yeah, because then we gonna
well,
take
we can't force a renege anyway.
Right. But listen,
This
this
is
is
Don't
the
throw
first
out
time
a
you have
diamond.
something. a
You
heart,
said
a
you
diamond, or
wanted to have tutorial.
You have to throw that out.
on
You
the-
can't cut.
On the podcast, we're teaching the game of spade
Nope,
while
you
we're
can't
going. We're talking and teaching at the same time. Look, this is a first.
I want to win.
This is a first.
So if I don't have a diamond,
throw out
A spade.
more like
Spade.
it. But
Like a
unless it's your partners,
You
wanna
got the
throw
idea.
Off, you could throw out a heart or anying else that's not that suit.
We'll
you
keep
nev-
it
you
pretty
nev- you nev-
simple. You don't got the
because
suit,
this-
throw out the spade.
Right, throw out the spade. Right, unless it's your partner,
You
being that it's you,
throw out the spade. Right.
Did we ever get your top 5?
Yeah, I
Let's
told
talk
you
about
real
it.
quick. Jay,
She wasn't there.
obviously. Hopefully God. Like I might have been like the first Jay-Z fan ever. I don't know.
how?
I mean, we were like
what was
9,
like your
10.
first song, first Jay-Z song?
I can't even remember. Probably
Jazzo, Hawaiian
22.
Sophie.
Yeah, no. I was like 5.
Mine's is Dead President's the first one. The original.
The
Dead
first song that I
Presidents.
remember, like really becoming a fan of Jay.
you fuck with In My Lifetime?
In my life, yeah, that's what I was about to say. In my lifetime,
Which
we need
one?
to see a
Volume
whole
one,
lot of
volume
dough.
two?
This is
I need
before the album.
This is
No.
Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
He had a song called In My
Pre-Reasonable
Lifetime.
Doubt.
Okay.
Right. No, this is Reasonable Doubt. This is that album.
And my lifestyle's not on it.
No, that was Remember Lifetime was before the album came out.
That was before the album came
That
out.
was a single.
That was a street single.
Right,
not-
I'm saying, but it's on album. That's
No,
all.
it's not. No, it's not, bro.
Bro. I mean, we can look it up right now.
Is that like
no,
a
be wrong.
remastered
Yeah,
version
that's
of
it.
it?
Y'all boy gonna be
Because-
wrong. Y'all forgot he dropped 20. Hold on.
Can't knock the hustle.
Hold on.
Politics as usual.
Hold on, my brother. He dropped Streets is Watching. I mean, he dropped Reasonable Doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't really appreciate it till the second one came out. So
Some people
he
did.
dropped it back out again and it went platinum. It didn't go platinum the first time he dropped it. It went gold.
And my
he dropped
lifestyle
it again.
single was not on Reasonable Doubt,
Okay.
bro.
You're right.
That was on the album.
All right,
This
keep
is fun.
going.
Go ahead.
Keep
This is
going.
fun.
She ain't here for it.
Jay, the regular Jay, Big, Nas, Pop.
Why?
Because that's the golden era of hip hop. That's the best.
That's not the
like-
golden era of hip hop.
It is.
No. The golden era of hip hop is 88, my brother.
I hear you. No, I'm sorry.
Nah, it is.
As far as impact, sales, monetary gain, what they was talking about, substance. Yeah.
No.
So
I
from
think
88,
I-
hold on. So from 88, name me 3 better rappers than Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
No, that's not the argument. You
That
said
is the argument.
No, you said the golden era.
That's the
of-
golden
no,
era. So
no,
name me 3
no.
better. Look, I'm gonna see.
The golden era was which was defined before '96. Was a year when you had like maybe 30 hip hop albums from all prominent rappers groups. We had NWA, Public Enemy, Slick Rick, Run DMC. We had that era, Big EPMD, Big
I
Daddy
agree with
Kane. All classic albums in 1 year.
I agree.
That's considered the golden era of hip hop.
Now that's a year. A year isn't an era.
Well, the era, okay, the era.
No, and
is-
now name something else in the 80s or before that, or after that in the 80s that was
Yeah.
relevant, that or comparable from 94 when Jay and Big and Nas was out to 98, 99, or to
Okay.
now because Jay hasn't stopped.
Okay, Run DMC alone.
Okay.
Run DMC kicked the door down. If it wasn't for Run, you wouldn't have none of these
Right,
niggas.
but that's not 88. That's before 88.
They was still that era, the golden era.
All right, but that's not the goal.
So my
You see,
fault.
but you see how far that's between from Run DMC and My Adidas to Big Daddy Kane and
It was only 4. It was only 5 years.
Paid in full
that's
is
what
what
I'm
year?
saying. That's a whole big difference. Now
But
from
you just said-
94
you said 94.
until Jay-Z hasn't stopped.
Paid in full.
Jay-Z has never
LG and
stopped.
Rakim was 80,
Yeah.
86.
Yeah, bro, Jay-Z has
Strictly
never stopped.
Business as well.
Understand it.
You know what I'm
Strictly
saying?
Business. That was 88 also.
That was 88,
Maybe,
right?
Yeah, 88. 88. All you had MC Light, Salt and Pepper,
Right.
Can Play,
I agree
all
with
in 1 year. De La Soul.
De La Soul too, right?
Excuse
You
me.
had Ice T.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm saying? You had all that in 1 year.
NWA dropped their first album in 88.
Okay, so you said Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas,
Pop.
Pac, and
Snoop.
Snoop. Okay, so all right.
Because, like I said, that's again 94. Snoop, the Doggy Style, Nas. Come on, like it's no comp. It's no. Come on, there's no.
I mean, if
conversation, bro.
if you want to extend it a year, bring it back a year, you had a Tribe Called Quest with Midnight Marauders. You had
Those
But that's in the
93.
90s. That's
Yeah,
once again,
93.
that's in the
You talking
90s.
about
That's that era, right?
Wu-Tang,
Where I'm
when
talking
Wu-Tang
about.
hit,
Right,
93.
90,
That
that's
album,
what I'm saying,
I mean, they
93,
dropped the album the
94.
same day, right? But then they dropped
I wouldn't know
and
the
Tribe.
day.
Listen, that's
I believe
all
they-
that
yeah.
era. That's what I'm saying. 94,
See, the
93,
thing-
90,
the
you know,
thing with
whatever you
me-
want to
I
talk
think
about.
I think a lot of people say the common names is a safe list to avoid
Conflict.
argument,
I
to
know.
avoid
But you're gonna
conflict.
argue it.
I have different lists.
And
If you wanna get into
no,
lyrics
I have
and
different
things like
lists
that,
also.
right.
I'm a
That's
list
just-
person.
Right, exactly.
He'll tell you I won't put anything in
Right.
first.
Right. Now, if we're gonna get
I'll
into,
group them together.
right, if we're gonna get into real hip hop, like just lyrics, not talking about sales and nothing commercial, then that's a whole nother list. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? All right. And that's
So,
different.
so
if you want to get into that list, we can. That's
name
something
some
totally
if you
different.
want from your list.
Talib.
Uh-huh.
That's one of my favorite of all time.
Talib.
Yeah.
Talib Kweli.
Like lyrics, Rakim, Talib. Well, Rakim is the one as far as lyrics
Yeah.
in my book.
Yeah.
Rakim, Talib, Mos, Lupe, and I fuck with what's your man name? Old school, G-Rap. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if you're gonna get into lyrics and just bars and you know, that's it. Like, but that's not the top 5.
And that's where my
of
5
everything.
came from. My 5 never came from fucking, but of course I got Joe Buttons in my 5, so nobody wants to listen to me.
No.
But I got Ghostface up there. I think
Just
Ghostface is
smoking
one of the
drugs.
greats. I think Redman is one of the fucking greats.
Redman
Most Def is
definitely.
definitely one of the fucking greats.
Yes.
Of course, you got Big. She doesn't
Agree with the big
She
part.
doesn't subscribe to Biggie.
Yo, Big's rhyme patterns was unbelievable.
See, here's the thing. right? When you generate a list and you talk about a person's career and what they've done, if you don't agree, it automatically turns into you don't like them. Like, no, like that's not it. I never said that I didn't like him.
You from the Bronx, you biased.
I didn't say that he wasn't talented. I didn't say what he did was not great. I just didn't feel like his short career was enough.
Oh man,
to
the
just
impact that he had,
him past so many talented other people.
He was already crowned the king before the second album came out.
Yeah, but I think, I said it before and I say it again. If he didn't have the machine behind him, which is Puff, because he's not a man, he's a machine. If he didn't have Puff and Puff is still relevant to this day, he would have been another great MC that passed, unfortunately, that people have forgotten about. Look at Big Al.
Let's be honest, and I don't know if anybody can attest to this, but yeah, Puff did what he did with Mary. Mm-hmm. Puff did what he did with Jodeci. Mm-hmm. Puff didn't strike gold with Craig Mack. That was his first rapper. Mm-hmm. He only had that fucking Flavor in Your Ear remix. He ain't really strike nothing with Craig Mack. But we don't know Puff unless he gets big and Big does what he does in his career. Because Big allowed Puff to become this big person he is today.
But
we look at Puff a lot differently if he does not discover Big and he does not have Big. Because Puff is still trying to find that next rap. Craig Mack wasn't it.
No
disrespect to that man, God bless the dead.
He's an irreplaceable part of his story, yes. However, he was still an exec when he came to Big. It's not... You can't take away how he works.
Puff's still working
and what he can do, and what he can do, and what he has done before meeting him. Because if this is who you are and this is your path, you'll get to your path if you keep your work ethic, right? So you like that's like saying like, oh, make another J, make another this, make another that. Like, you can't do that. And yes, they are a part of their story. However, if you stay on your path and this is what you do and you stay in this industry and this is how you're going to get there, like, people who are like him that are like fucking machines, yes, he's going to be successful regardless.
Let me ask you a question. What I think he's trying to say is, would Phil Jackson be Phil Jackson without Jordan? So not saying he wouldn't be a great coach, but would it happen that quickly if it wasn't for Big, if he didn't have that artist, if he didn't have that person who was that impactful at that time, at that moment?
I think a lot of it had to do, a lot of that gas behind Big was that big because of Pac.
What?
Hold on.
Because of the feud. If he didn't have that,
make sense to me either, but I need to
if he didn't have the East Coast West Coast feud.
But before that,
with Pac.
But before that, though, he was already before that.
A lot of the focus and a lot of the attention that came to these two rappers that were people outside of hip hop happened because of the beef.
Right, but hold on. But before the beef, hold on. But before the beef, there was Ready to Die. Before the East Coast, West Coast, there was give me the loop. That's what I'm saying. There was he was already.
It was one more chance.
He was already rising.
Rising. He was gone.
Bad Boy
was black, fat, and nasty as ever. However, he was gone. He was already
Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Look, I mean, and Mary was a great artist. Jodeci, all of his roster, he had a good roster, but none of them was doing what Big was doing at that time.
And on top of
at that time, that made Puff like he can't miss. Like when you got that.
Can I say something that might cause you to get some numbers real quick? When Pac was alive, we didn't give a fuck about Tupac.
No, that's untrue.
Listen. He was good. No, listen, let me tell you, this is real shit. Listen.
He loved Juice. He was shooting Juice on these.
Okay, but as a rapper, he made dope records. He wasn't on no GOAT list.
He shot what's the movie?
I understand that.
East Coast. He did the soundtrack.
I agree. When they had a baby, when he was alive, it was like Bob Marley. When Bob Marley was alive.
But no, he wasn't the iconic figure, but we cared about.
So for the point that you just said, no, that's false. Because when Pac was
real quick,
when Pac was alive, he was a good MC. He was the equivalent of like a Fab. Not to minimize him, Fabulous, but he had dope records. He killed radio, but culturally, he wasn't. He wasn't culture.
He wasn't culture.
Tupac was not culture when he was alive.
There we go.
He was a good actor.
That's crazy.
No, this is facts.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. That's crazy. That's crazy to even say that because the versatility of him.
He was not culture until Death Row. Before yes.
Brenda Had a Baby was not Death Row. What are you talking about?
Listen, I said he was not. You're not listening. I said he's not culture. He was not popping until Death Row.
Pop took off the moment that Suge got him out that jail cell. And they made California.
Hold on.
That's when Pop took off.
Hold on. Y'all being very disrespectful right now.
It's not
the reason why Pop. Hold on.
Hold
on. The reason why Pop. Why Suge and David Kenner went up to jail to get him because of who he was. Not only in music, in movies as well. He was a superstar.
You don't go up to get a bump.
And buy him out of his concert.
He was already fucking Madonna.
I didn't say it was a bump.
He was already
Jada
Pinkett.
What's her name?
He was already
this
who he
dude.
was.
We didn't care.
He just wasn't.
You didn't care.
But we
you
didn't
care. You
bro.
can speak for yourself. Nah.
No.
And like I
He was
said,
Bishop.
And I like
bro. Bishop. He was Bishop before Death Row, bro.
And I think a lot of people. And I think we care more about.
He was Birdie and Bishop.
And I think we care more about Bishop and Birdie than the music.
But
what he's saying on the musical aspect.
Hold on. Musical aspect. At this time, he was doing those soundtracks. He covered soundtracks. He was doing all these music soundtracks in the movies that he was on as well.
But that's what I'm basing it on as far as putting them up there. You have his two albums. You have his two albums versus how many albums? How many different type of songs? It wasn't one straight. It wasn't straight a sound.
Quantity versus quality. I take quality every time. Quality had the two. Big had two quality fucking albums versus Pac's one.
No,
we're not gonna do that.
Wait.
We're not gonna do that.
Why not?
We're not gonna do that.
Yes, we are.
Because Pac got way more fucking albums than we're
It was doo-doo.
Pac has a lot of trash ass records. You can't listen to Pac records.
No, you're fucking
You can't listen to his albums front to back.
You're bugging.
Name me one album.
On your fucking top.
Name me one album. Name me one album of Pac that you listen from front to back.
Hold on. All Eyes on Me.
After he died.
After he died.
Hold up. No. All Eyes on Me. He was alive.
Yeah, Machiavelli.
Hold on. All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
With John B.
Classic.
Yes.
Are You Still Down?
Classic.
Right after that, 9 months later, something like that. What was it?
Machiavelli came on Dawn.
No. It was Are You Still Down and All Eyes on Me. Y'all bugging right now.
Those
albums are classic albums.
He had one single rest of
All Eyes on Me is not a classic.
No, I didn't. No, that's not what I said. He said, "As I Rise."
No.
Are You Still Down? Are You Still Down?
Are You Still Down?
No. This was John B. I know that you want me. I can see it in your eyes. Are you still down, baby? With John B. I'm telling you.
Old school and all that.
He had two hits on two
Title got everything I need.
Exactly.
Shout out to Title, even though he might not get on
two
there.
different albums. He had two hits with John B.
I said what I said.
Listen, he had Are You Still Down with John B.
I said what
And then he had
He don't give a fuck anyway.
What's the other joint he had with John B? Are You Still Down? And was it All Eyes on Me? Not All Eyes on Me. What's the other joint he had with John B?
I can't think.
I think he was dead when the album came out.
Nah, you bugging, bro. This is you bugging.
No, he was dead when that came out.
He died with Michael.
Are You Still Down? Release date, November 24th, 1997. Pac died in 1996. He was dead.
The release date, that's when it was released. It was already made. The music was made.
The album came out after he died.
And what's the album before that?
The album coming out after he died.
And what's the album before that?
What's the albums before that?
All Eyes on Me and Are You Still Down? Those are two albums. Back to back. They came out back to back.
Don Killinami, the 7-Day Theory.
What came out before that? But that's after.
I'm telling you, if you listen, motherfucker.
Scroll faster.
January 1st, 1996. Machiavelli came out.
Right, go ahead.
So he was alive for that one.
He died with Machiavelli.
All Eyes on Me, he was alive.
Well, it has this. The date could be wrong.
No, All Eyes on Me, he was alive.
He was alive for All Eyes.
Yeah,
classic album.
All Eyes on Me, he was alive.
And what was the one before that?
Machiavelli is the one that he was there.
And what was the one before that?
He was?
Right, before All Eyes.
Me Against the World.
Classic album.
95.
Classic album.
Y'all bugging the fuck out right now.
No.
Y'all bugging the fuck out.
It was a
I just told
solid
you that was the
album.
golden time in hip hop.
Real disrespectful.
So he got Tupacalypse Now. Strictly for my niggas.
Strictly for my niggas was fire.
Me Against the World.
Come on, y'all bugging out.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, y'all bugging.
Those are the 4 albums that he had while he was alive.
Me Against the World was
3 of those was fire.
Easy Mo B. That was
only
New York.
one that I
That was
wouldn't
New
say
York
that was
album.
Tupacalypse
That was
Now.
a New York album.
Your only one I wouldn't say that was fire was Tupacalypse Now. Strictly for my niggas was
So
fire.
my point is this.
Everything else after that was fire.
Pac had-
And on Tupacalypse Now, the only reason I'm not saying that's not super fire, because at that time we was getting out of the conscious world from EPMD and all these dudes moving into gangsta hip hop. So he was still in that conscious world at that, and that's what we need to remember too. When you comparing Big and Pac, it's not really a comparison to me because Pac was talking more substantive shit. He was talking about more things as far as the community, as far as us empowering, getting better. Owning things. Big was talking about commercial success, with most people, dumb people, want to hear everyday shit. That's why he was a little bit more popping. But as far as impact on substantive issues, there's no comparison.
The early Tupac.
The early Tupac.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Before Death Row.
It wasn't like that.
Before Death Row. But you see how successful he was before Death Row. He had 4 successful albums.
He had
and y'all was being
success
disrespectful. I think y'all
before
forgot.
that.
Y'all forgot who Pac
The
was.
fact that I'm
Music and
the fact
movies,
that
man.
I'm speaking,
Let's play.
I'm not on his head because I'm still on this, and I don't know.
but go ahead.
I ain't gonna. I ain't
Just throw out a diamond. If you got a diamond, so that look like that, throw it out. If not, throw out a black. Yeah, but go ahead though. What you about to say though about the Pac shit?
I don't know, bro. Forgive me. I don't know what I'm doing.
You ain't got no diamonds?
You don't have no diamonds?
I ain't got no diamonds.
Yeah, then we won that book. Because you ain't cutting shit.
Yeah, I don't believe that without Pac, Big didn't have that dynamic.
Right,
because
Big-
they different.
But that's not.
You could throw anything out now.
You took
Since
what
cut.
you wanted to take out of what I said. I said it. What I'm saying, what I'm speaking about is the popularity, right? So in popularity, I'm talking about Puff the Machine, who's still the machine now to this day.
They ain't
And I
cracking nobody
also
music
talked
right
about an East Coast West Coast feud that had never happened before, and it got so much attention. It was outside of us.
Right.
It was manufactured.
You know, whether it was
The media-
or it
the
wasn't,
media drove
you know,
that shit
like
crazy.
yeah, like and since when? That was like the first time,
Ever.
ever,
In hip hop, but it happened before
that has that happened on that level to where a whole entire coast is beefing with a whole another coast,
that's
and there's a
a fact.
bunch of people who don't fucking even know each other.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I said that also helped keep him up there and push him up there. Not that he wasn't talented, not that he didn't do great things, but it just still was like he also had a very, very short time. Unfortunately, we didn't get as much that we needed to get from him music wise.
Because I vividly remember that that bad boy movement was different. I can't recall anything like that. Wu was popping, but that bad boy movement, that shit was culture.
Yeah, it was strong.
Nigga,
It was strong, and then
That and the Woo.
after Big, Mace was like the fucking golden child. For Bad Boy, everything Bad Boy was around.
Well, after Big,
Mace's style of rap, the way he dressed, the way everything.
Well, you know, after Big died, Mace is what kept that fucking
Yes.
that label going.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to say to y'all, yo, did you have the DJ self tape? The with it was before
Total was strong.
before it was basically the self DJ self piece of, shout out to Self, we grew up together. It was the No Way Out cover, but it was like a year and a half before No Way Out came out. So you had like, you'll see like Locks with Big over the EPMD beat, you'll see and Puff doing the auto-tune voice. Remember that shit?
You
bad boy, what you gonna do? You had Black Rob, you had, remember the Die Hard crew? It was on like More Money and all them dudes from Yonkers. Man, look, this. What am I doing?
Diamond.
But I remember all that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, because Big was still alive. He was like mentoring Jada Kiss and Styles.
Yeah.
Yo, that was like the illest moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that.
And just imagine if we had more time.
Imagine if Big was alive. And then remember what like you had the commission. Jay was coming up, not coming up, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
He was coming up.
Big-
That's what it was. He was coming up.
Big was what, 24, 25?
But you also, Pac was putting together, I don't know how many songs in a day.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's it.
And none of them shits was duds. Like they was hidden. You know what I mean? Like just to you can't even just see like
Yo,
come on, man.
Diamonds is
Yeah,
funny
I
because she's
did.
saying some bullshit right now.
No,
Pac
I'm
has some
not.
trash
Pac
ass
worked
songs.
ethic.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not.
did. But when you
'Cause
work in
Pac
that
has some
fast,
trash ass
yeah.
songs.
And so did
No.
A lot of
but the only
artists have
difference
trash
is-
songs. Like Jay
Nah, I'm
got
gonna say
trash
that, right.
songs.
And
Like
it doesn't
everybody.
matter.
Listen, but
But
the
you
only
can't
difference
say that
is
in
Big's
talking
joints
about
didn't get
this-
out.
Talking
You
about
feel me?
especially
Yeah,
what's
and Pac
happening
shit
now
did
in
different,
music.
Right, because
No.
Pac didn't care. Pac was just putting out music. That's what he did.
Pac was putting out music
don't got no
consistently. He was
diamonds, right?
constantly
So do anything else?
constantly
No.
No,
recording.
he's a no.
Yeah, stop cheating.
Son, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't tell you. Go ahead.
Nigga,
Throw what you
cheating.
want.
Constantly
cheating.
recording, and more importantly than that, he was writing the songs that
Right.
he was putting out.
Right. I mean, so was Big. I hope you're not saying Big wasn't right.
I never was.
Oh,
Big
I'm
was
not
writing for
talking
the
about
whole.
it. We
Oh,
talked
Big was
about
writing for the
Big.
whole
I'm
Junior
just
Mafia.
Right.
Huh?
But with that Big, that quality of work that he put out was so great. But I think also what Big is
No.
like I hate the
That's y'all.
hey I hate the
It's all you gonna.
I hate to use a sports reference, but it's like so like Larry Bird, right? He only played really like 10, 11 years. Like 79, it's like 91 or something like that. But he still held in this high regard because of the quality of work that he put in that short amount of time. He didn't play 16, 17 years like Mike or 20 years like Kobe or, you know what I'm saying? But he's appreciated because in that 9, 10
His
years
impact in
before
those
his back
years.
started going out,
Yeah.
he was one of the best. Like for, you know, in a short amount of time. Even like T-Mac, another person who was probably had 6, 7
Oh my
real
God,
good years.
T-Mac.
But in those 6, 7 years, he led the league in scoring 3 times and averaging 30 and
Oh,
you know
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
on Cliff. It's on Cliff.
Oh, my bad.
How are we playing?
Because
Because
I
we
threw,
won. You won.
You do the king.
You won
You
the
do the
book.
two cards down,
You threw out the
yeah.
10?
I
she
threw
threw the
out the
10 and I threw the
10.
king. So
Do the
let's
10.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
So
sleep,
you know
kid.
that's the thing with Big, but
It's awesome, right?
it's hard to compare Big and Pac. Man.
Did the right thing,
They
my
both-
brother.
Fucking King what?
Fucking King walk because he probably got the ace. He did the right thing. See, he paying attention. Oh, motherfucker, I ain't cutting sheep.
Chop,
Yeah, I
chop.
ain't cutting sheep.
Chop
Yo,
style, chop style. That's my shit. Gotta keep it music.
did
bro.
y'all watch Did y'all see the young MA freestyle?
No,
off
I'm sorry.
West?
I'm not a Young M.A. fan. I'm sorry.
You not a fan?
Why?
I seen
Too many misses. Too many misses. She's
No, I
she's
think-
she's a volume shooter. Yeah, she's a volume shooter. She's not official.
You put this down, right?
Yeah.
You put
You have
this
to throw
down.
out
He
the
threw
club.
that down.
Oh, you do this
When
down.
this
So if you got a club, you got to throw the club.
Yeah, good.
You gotta have a
Go
club.
I understand.
When this next
Yeah,
time deal,
she's
no
good.
more
Like, don't get me
talking
wrong.
over
Like,
the boy.
my uncle who just did 23 years, he loves M.A. Young M.A. Like,
That's
don't get me
okay.
wrong. Like, I don't dislike her.
No.
I just, it's too many misses, man. You know.
So-
that's my bad. I'm sorry.
I agree with the missus. Go ahead.
Okay, how was that? How was that?
Because he
Because he had
cut.
a spade.
We all threw clubs and he threw the spades. So
Oh,
he
so
automatically
the black threw me off.
yeah, it's all black. Right? So
The
just
black,
pay attention to the suit.
my
Yeah.
friend really knocked them.
No, I feel, look. So just remember, the
gotcha.
spade overrules anything.
Anything.
Whether it's a heart, a diamond, this always overrules.
Got you.
So now
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I agree with the
I don't
nothing
think
but
so.
misses because look on the song level, she only had that ooh,
right.
and she ain't had nothing else. She went and she discovered porn and she
What
wanted to
happened?
do other shit.
She's doing
Because
porn?
No, she was directing porn.
Oh, okay.
Word.
She
I
directed
ain't mad
her
at
own
her.
movie.
I ain't mad at her.
On
Young
Pornhub.
M.A.?
Yeah,
Look,
on Pornhub.
look. This is obviously a rhetorical question. Was it lesbian porn?
All the way.
All the way.
All the way. All the way. She has she has some joints in there too, but yeah,
Go ahead. I hate you.
on the song level, yeah, she
I
has
see
some
you
misses.
Yeah, I'm studying.
She has some misses, but
When she's spitting, she be spitting.
she could fucking rap her ass
That's a fact.
off.
No question. No,
And I think that's the important part. That's the
I
more
agree.
important part.
Skill.
I agree.
When we talking about skill, she raps her fucking ass off.
Yes,
And
she
then-
does.
all
And
right.
she gets overlooked because of the one song. And
that
I
started
believe
out
that
here,
I believe that her moves are just more calculated
Mm-hmm.
than others.
Okay.
Some people just verse here,
Ah.
verse here, verse there, verse on this
Black
song,
King,
verse on your
that's on
song,
you. You
verse
want
on
that.
his song, and they oversaturate themselves and they burn themselves out. I think her moves are just
Black
a little
King.
bit more calculated, and she takes her time. Sometimes maybe she's a perfectionist,
Right.
but sometimes that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't take away the talent.
Yeah, and that's a fact. And I'm never trying to do that. That's what I'm talking about as far as the music. But I think is the key. What you said is not only with her. Like when you start off with a single that's like
Yeah,
same thing with
they want you to do it again.
Right. What's your man? Panda. What's your man?
Designer.
I feel like the same thing that happened with her and him.
Legally fucking retarded.
Right, I believe you. I told you.
He was like 16, 17 when that song
It
came
doesn't
out.
matter. He's
Right.
fucking retarded.
Just listen to how he talks.
Yo, you missed it. I used to DJ at Webster Hall. I had that shit rocking with that pen. I know, motherfucker. Fuck you.
I'm just making sure y'all.
I just want to know how y'all got that one.
Because he cut it. He cut
okay.
Spades.
Whenever you see that
I know he was cutting,
brother.
So where I was going with young MA, because I don't want to call young Ma, young MA, is that we got so caught up in this Nicki and Cardi shit. And then, Remy came home and Remy's on all the way up and Remy dumbed down her rapping a little bit, but
damn sure did.
But Remy is still considered one of the top female artists. But just hearing young M.A., how the fuck we forget that she was fucking nice?
No, I don't think nobody forgot.
I don't think nobody forgot.
Like she said, she takes so long.
I think she's more calculated in her moves. She's going to step back and let them fight and be catty, and I'm going to work on perfecting what I'm working on.
Right.
Because I take a young M.A. over Nicki any day. If you're talking about just rapping.
No, because Nicki got bars. So people be disrespecting Nicki, man.
Nicki can get real aggressive.
Nicki got too poppy for me.
I agree with that as far as making music, but when she needs to spit,
when Nicki want to get on her shit,
people be disrespecting. And this is the only thing what I'm saying about that.
And I don't like Cardi's ghostwriters. I don't want to. I don't like her ghostwriters.
Your queen.
She need better.
Right. Only reason I'm saying this is because Nicki allegedly, so far as we know, she writes her own stuff, and is like. Oh man, is
Go ahead.
It's all right.
Go ahead. Take that book from her.
Nah, because I don't even know if it's worth it.
What about Nicki, bro?
It's not. Yeah. Yeah. She is not only has the bars, but she can make the songs too. She has the efficiency. She's not a volume shooter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about. That's the only knock I have against Young Ma. She got to come faster with better product.
She did.
Brother man.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last hand you're going to be talking over the board, all right?
You got to let me get a pass on one hand.
Yeah, that's a fact. I ain't mad at him. But yeah, just start a black card.
Play to win.
Who is this?
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
No more spades?
Nah.
That's what you get. Don't come
Use
too
them
fast.
early,
You run out of gas.
Run out of gas.
He emptied his whole fucking clip.
It was on you, right? You want it?
Oh man.
So yeah, I told you it wasn't worth it. Sometimes you gotta,
motherfucker.
Like, what are y'all listening to though?
Okay, so
90s shit.
I mean, just not to backpedal completely, but just with Nicki, she did have an era where it was blah, 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 whatever, and it was real fucking lazy, and that's when I tuned out. I was, when she came out, I appreciated it. It was cool. I wasn't ever 2 feet in, but once it started to sound lazy and all that, I kind of like tuned out. Right. But she is very talented.
Yeah, that's right. But I want
when she show her teeth when she needs to, and that's when I like it.
Yeah, I won't put Young Ma in that same conversation.
When the last time she showed her teeth? How many years ago?
But y'all want to play these last two out? Or
I think it's the point. The point is that she can, and she's capable. What are you doing? I like the element of surprise. You put it down already.
It's ours. I know you got one. Look, it's over. They can't do nothing.
Either way, y'all bump heads. Yo.
No, we didn't. No, we wouldn't have.
Either way, we won it.
Because I still had the floor.
They went Boston on us, B. They made they 10.
We went Project Rat.
Did I mention I'm undefeated on this podcast? Oh, I'm sorry. No, but we listen. I'm listening to St. John right now. He has my. I don't know if you guys know St. John. Big artist. Exactly.
I like
if you guys know St. John. He got some real good. He's
Does Big work for Jay?
Nah, he's
but
What? What you say? What did you say?
He just looked like he's an employee of Jay-Z.
Yeah, I was like,
he
never
does.
worked for Jay.
He does.
Worked for Jay.
It does look
no,
that
he
way.
looks
Yeah,
like
it looks.
he's an
No, I was
employee.
saying, but he never worked for Jay ever. They always were partners.
They got Dame in the corner. Shout out to Dame Dash.
Nah, that's my
Shout
guy.
out to
That's my
Dame.
guy. Fuck with Dame.
You know what it is with Dame?
Captain Honesty.
It's his delivery though. That's all it is.
I love his delivery.
Me
Sometimes
too.
you gotta
love it.
That's what I'm about to say. Some people can't take that abrasiveness, even though it's honesty.
My
You know,
OGs
some
is
people
like
like it.
Dame, son.
Right.
Rough
I love it.
niggas.
I love it. I
Shut
love
the
the-
fuck
I love
up
the
and go to
bracelet.
the store.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll shout out.
I
That's
mean-
what I'm listening to right now. How about you?
Who else you listen to?
I think
I'm
he should
listening-
be appreciated more.
I
Was
agree.
it Dame?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, they gonna appreciate it. when he's
That's
around
what
them more.
upsets
You
me
know what it
about
is?
Jay on a personal
You know
level.
what it is? When we start getting out the mentality of slave and more ownership with the shit he's talking, we don't. The thing I'm talking about as a culture, not us individually. As a culture, we don't think ownership. We don't think wholesale.
Right.
We don't think warehouse. You know what I'm saying? We think
The enterprise
Their
mind.
ice
That's
is
it.
colder than ours.
right. You know.
That's what we think.
So we are not there yet. You know what I'm saying? So where he is as a culture, we haven't caught up. So that's why he hasn't appreciated it.
Right.
You know, in a few years, when people start seeing,
He's
you know,
going to be
they're gonna get
everywhere.
it.
He's going
Right.
to be.
They're gonna get it.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it.
What you
Hopefully,
listen to, yeah?
he deserves that.
Like total independence.
shout out to Dame.
Not help with Rock
Yeah.
Nation or Live Nation or anything like that. And you know, like I said, once again, I'm the biggest Jay fan, so I'm never trying to down him or play him. You know, but is
No, yeah, I had to tell somebody on Instagram, like, look, listen,
he's
I
not
was
perfect. We look
I
at
was
Jay
a
like he's
part of
perfect.
the protect Jay-Z at all costs.
Yeah, we look at Jay like he's perfect, but he's not.
But I had
But
to
never
I had
been
to
so.
step back because I had to be a little bit more realistic.
Right. But he still listen.
About
But what he
what was
does
happening.
but what he does for us as a people, he's nobody can say
I
anything.
think it's self-centered, but
I don't think so.
It is.
Because listen, the things that he does, like get 21, his lawyer things, he doesn't promote these things. These are people around him who put it out. He never, leaks any information or put anything out. They all, people around him.
I mean, when you
Okay. I mean,
He's helping out a fellow artist. That's dope.
that's an artist. You know what I'm saying?
with the thing with
I
me,
just-
I feel like that might be a little bit more self because you could have been on his police reform and things like that. I feel like that's
and that-
jumping on
and
the
that
old
thing
bandwagon.
with that
He's
thing
a
with
wave
Meek,
chaser.
Yeah, I mean, but
that thing with Meek
21
led him
went
to
to
that
jail.
NFL
It
shit.
was all over the place. They found out he was from Dominica. It was all over social media. Let me do something. He'll be grateful.
But-
He'll
but
be this.
quietly, though. It's not
Oh,
like he took his
yeah.
phone like, yo, look,
It-
listen,
didn't
I'm
do
giving
it.
him my lawyer.
No, because he doesn't need
know?
to. Because the person that he's helping out will.
Right. But
You know
no,
what I
21
mean?
didn't even do it. That's what I'm saying. 20, it was somebody totally outside the situation you said it. And really, 21 didn't even need it. His father's a doctor. Most people don't even know that. You know that?
I don't you know none of these celebrities talking personal shit.
Yeah, 21
But like I
father's
said,
a
that's
doctor.
industry shit. And one hand washes the other. Both hand washes the face.
But Jay, didn't he do something with
The Father's Day.
Trayvon Martin's
Mad stuff.
Another
family?
wave thing.
But once again, quiet, like he's not doing it, promoting it. Other people are promoting
No,
it.
he's standing in the room. Where at the
But I
where
think-
can I get in?
but you know what,
Okay,
though?
fine. And then when it goes and when it plays out and then it turns back, oh yeah, well, Jay-Z
All right,
this,
but hold on.
Jay-Z
I got a
that.
quick thing. So what about like before it became cool, like Columbine? You think that was a wave thing? Because he been donated to Columbine when that happened. Yeah.
Didn't he mention it in the song?
yeah,
It is.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Years later. That's what, like to prove a point. Like
So Columbine was what,
look,
97?
and when he mentioned it in the song, it
98?
was in the context of y'all saying that
Who goes first?
I'm self-absorbed.
Well, we got a bid.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, we might as well just play it out.
don't.
Might as well just play it out since he don't.
Right,
he
not
don't-
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
This episode is
Remember when he was bringing it up in the bar, it was
Go ahead,
to
Ron, play whatever.
point out that y'all saying that
Just not a spade.
what was that bar when he was saying I'm self-absorbed, something like he was like
What that was a blueprint?
yeah
Blueprint bar?
yeah what was
He's
it?
mentioning his self-absorbedness and then mentioning a charity act to prove that he's not self-absorbed.
Right, no, because he's saying I could.
That's what you. That's
No,
what
that's
you.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
What are you doing?
He led with a
This is it.
heart.
This is
He's
it.
not
Alright.
bidding.
Alright.
We're just playing it.
that's exactly my point.
Sorry.
The only reason
no offense taken because I don't know what I'm doing and
you ever been in a relationship where you don't count.
It's on
I'm in all kinds of
Right,
relationships.
listen. So you don't count. So where you're not counting favors, but the other person is, and
Yeah.
you're like, yo, the only reason I'm saying
Petty
this is
time.
because right, and that's what I feel like he was only saying it because people was taking shots at him, like saying he's self-absorbed and he don't look out and he don't do nothing, and he did Columbine without saying a word.
Self-absorbed.
And we all are though, and you're an entertainer. That's what you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, you're trying to take credit away from him for doing
I'm
things for
not. I'm
people.
not taking anything from him. I can't take anything
Okay.
from him.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
You know, but it's just to me, it is what it is.
Right.
Just
I think
Go ahead, yeah.
who won that?
I'll put that.
Go ahead, Ron. What you was about to say?
I think the thing with Jay is I feel if I'm in his position and I want to be social, and I want to do activism, I can't speak on it, and I would have
I
to
think
kind of.
double dutch is too much. It's too safe until it's time to say something. Until it's time to
That's
say
the thing,
I
he
did
doesn't
it.
say anything.
What's
The
the
only time
double
he said something, I think, was with this NFL thing, which I.
Oh my God, don't bring up the NFL thing.
The reason why I'm bringing it up because
Why not?
I thought. See, I come from like a kind of a black militant mindset where you ever see the spook that sat by the door? No, that's the kind of thing I thought he was going to do. Was like he's going to put on this facade of this card game is getting in the way. I'm joking.
Can we get into the shits?
You learn how to multitask today, man.
Can we get into the shits before it's over, man?
Yeah,
The elephant in the room.
We almost there. Go ahead.
Well, I shouldn't say elephant. It's a different animal.
Oh boy, just
You gotta keep that
keep my eye on the thing.
You gotta keep that thought while you're
Oh.
playing that card. Black militant. What you saying?
Yeah, so where it's like you play their game, right? But the end game is to get all your niggas in. And when you get the niggas in, it's like a Trojan horse. It's like, all right, you're gonna bring you're gonna bring in these group of dudes, this group of people to change shit. Now, to change shit from the inside. But the funny thing about the inside shit, I seen a meme yesterday about a bird eating like a bug and saying that you got to change it from the inside. And once you get in that beast, you're not changing nothing. You're in there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
So you think he's not
ideally,
gonna change anything? You think he's
With that
just,
NFL?
I don't
With
think his
NFL,
plan was to
that's-
change
none
anything.
of y'all all just think he's just like a money grab, like he's just trying to get down? With the
No,
I don't think he's that malicious.
I think
I don't
they
think he's
needed
that
somebody. To put
I
in
think
front of
he is
camera.
that self-absorbed.
Okay.
I think they needed
So
somebody. to put in front of the
I
camera.
think he's shucking and jiving for the
Yeah,
NFL.
I think so.
Yes.
This is crazy. So I'm just saying.
And
I'm
I've
gonna
never
be.
seen
I mean, maybe not
I'm gonna be
completely.
the one, the eyeball out the batch. I'm just gonna say, in 2-3 years from now, I think y'all all gonna.
I hope
regret
I'm wrong.
Saying that.
yeah, I hope so.
I think so.
But then I ain't gonna
Hold
fuck.
on.
I did want that NFL thing to be on up and up, but that interview, I was like, damn.
Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Who in 95, 96 came into the game with their own label?
Master P.
No, in 95, 96. That was years later.
He did 95, 96.
Yeah.
P came in '96, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 96. I'm saying before Rockefeller. He didn't do it before Rockefeller.
He who? Master P?
Yeah.
It might have been a little bit, actually, might have been a
They
little bit before Master
their deal was a lot better.
No, I'm not saying the deal wasn't better. I'm just saying who came
What are
into
you
the
getting
game
at?
with their own label. So what I'm saying is,
even before
at
Jay, it
that
was
time-
Puff. But go ahead, I understand Rockefeller.
No. Puff did not come in with his own label. He was working for Arista. He quit. I'm talking about strictly 100% come in with your own shit. You got a
Master P.
distribution deal with Priority, so they can distribute your shit.
Master
But
P.
you are getting your own
What are
shit.
you getting at?
Yeah.
So my point is, this is somebody who
Go
came into the
Ron,
game. At
is,
that time, people thought he was
Diamond.
crazy. You gonna get your own label? You gonna start your own label? People thought he was crazy. And look how he turned out now. Just like now, you can't change nothing from the outside. You have
He
to.
he didn't do that by himself.
Right, with Dame and Kareem, with black people and he went into those rooms with him, Dame and Kareem. Well, probably not Dame, Kareem, but him and Dame, and they went and talked to white execs, and told them how it was gonna go. I don't think they were telling Dame and Jay how things were gonna go. So for Jay to be that pioneering, whose goes it?
You
It's
won that
one.
one.
I don't think he's gonna. For Jay to boycott the Grammys, for Jay to all the positive things he's done for the culture and for black people.
I think it's all been on wave timing.
Well, I mean the Grammys. Who was boycotting the Grammys before Jay?
Jermaine Dupri.
I don't remember that.
Hip hop, Public
I don't-
Enemy.
Once again, Public Enemy. That's something different.
When the
I'm
Fresh
talking
Prince
about-
got nominated and nobody else got
DMX.
nominated
Right, when was that?
in the fucking '80s.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about who made it like where it had an impact. Yeah, anybody can boycott something, but is it impactful?
Tribe Called Quest was
Is
talking
it
about that shit in their
changing
music
anything?
all the
Is
fucking
it-
time.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
Like
look,
everybody
look.
was talking about that shit. Hip hop was
Right.
talking about that before Jay started boycotting.
Right,
that
I'm not
shit.
talking, but listen who you naming. Those are all rappers, backpack rappers. Those are all, Public Enemy, like you said. Those are all people who talk about that stuff. Jay was a commercial rapper who was talking about this shit. Everything he's done has been for our culture.
I think Jay only
And
talking
for
about it
us.
because
I
he's
think
not
it's for
nominated.
self. I think his
He's only
his
because
label is more
he's not
important
nominated. That's
to
why
him.
he's talking about it. If he's nominated, then it's different because
No, he was nominated. He boycotted. He didn't go.
He's
on
been-
numerous
he's been-
times.
he's been at the Grammys recently.
Volume 2.
He goes
right,
all the time
Volume
now.
2 and all that. Right now, that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of things has changed. It's not all white. A lot of people have
That's
won.
my man right
A lot
there.
of people have won Grammys, but don't get excited.
Go ahead.
I think y'all a little too excited too early. I think y'all a little too excited.
Come
Too
with
early.
it.
But
Bring him out.
yeah, like I think y'all gonna regret that. But yeah, but can we get to the?
I want to be. I would like to be wrong. Hey, what's up? I would like to be wrong.
Yeah.
Yo, we got a
What?
few minutes left. How you feel about Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching on everybody? Are you down with Treyway?
That
Are you
was the
Treyway
noise?
blood? Hey, she can have that shit. I got a diamond right here. What you Treyway? You down with blood? You blood?
So, that's funny. That's funny.
I asked that because I think he's gonna live a wonderful life afterwards, and I think a lot of people a lot of these young boys would have did the same thing he did. And
Like from his generation.
yeah, from his
Yeah.
generation, that's just
Absolutely.
it's accepted.
It's okay for them.
I mean, coming from the hood, we know motherfuckers that ratted that got paperwork and they still walking around like nothing happened.
Chilling.
A lot of people don't fuck with them though.
No,
But
motherfuckers smoke blunts with them,
Going out with them.
get
Yeah.
drunk with them.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's a fact.
regular shit. They got fucking paperwork.
I don't think it's on this level.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely not. Some people don't
Who won
know.
that? Y'all won that?
Yeah.
She won that?
Yeah, shoot.
She.
I agree.
It's wild.
Definitely
He's fucking naming
Oh,
everybody.
Club is beautiful.
Casanova blood, Jim Jones blood, Cardi B blood,
So it was like he
Mel Matrix
Mel
and Our Father.
Matrix.
Right. That's a fact.
he was
He gave it all the way up.
Yo, he's giving everything up.
he
Him talking about Jones, I can understand that because I'm pretty sure he heard the phone call. You know, with Jim Jones on it.
so I think it's
Will he be accepted afterwards?
it's crazy. I think he would have been accepted more if he would have stuck to what he was involved in.
Hey, you got no clothes, right? My man.
I had you.
Which is
He cut.
cut.
I didn't think he was gonna figure it out.
He learned it.
I was trying to let your queen
It's all
walk.
you, kid.
You heard? I was trying to let your
Come
queen
on
walk.
now.
He friend.
Ain't no front over here.
So I think if he would have stuck to what he was involved in initially, what he and I'm gonna snitch and I'm gonna do this on my case, and I get up there and just try to take the whole industry down. Like, who the fuck are you? Like Joe Pesci?
I think they put the
You
pressure
know
on
what I
him though,
mean?
because they said he was cooperating since what,
The next
February
day.
2018.
The next day, they said as soon as he got arrested, the next day, the 19th, he was right.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
But was anybody surprised by that?
The first thing that came to my mind. This is what happens when us as the hip hop community. This is what happens when we just allow motherfuckers to come into our shit.
Right.
There's always some shit that's gonna happen.
That's
You
a fact.
ain't
It's just-
never got no fucking
With-
space.
with-
What's happening?
He played the spade.
Early, he be playing
I
Burn.
think with us as black people, we're just too fucking accepting of
Yes, we
everybody.
are.
From the
Yes.
beginning, that's
Yes,
how we
we
got
are.
into slavery. I mean, not
Yes.
that
Talk
most,
that shit.
Right, but I mean, not that most slaves came. Ooh, I like that. No, I'm talking about how it's all jacks. But it's not that
That's why I did
most
it.
blacks came from the Atlantic
Gonna be
slave
throwing
trade,
shit.
because we didn't. Most of us were
We're
already
too
here.
good. We're always too damn giving and
Oh.
inviting into shit.
yeah.
We're forgiving
exactly.
of
That's-
everybody
that's-
except for ourselves and in our circle.
When you have this melanin, this godly melanin,
Ooh,
that's in your nature.
666.
So look, as I'm saying, the godly melanin is in
Yeah.
our nature, and we have 666 on the board.
Word.
Just put out a 7. Put out the God.
Lead.
The guard number. Put a 7 out. just
Club
for-
led.
For camera sakes.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, 9 upside down.
Yeah, don't feel bad. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was a 9.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're synchronized
What
here.
you say? Clay?
I forgot just now that fast. What was it just saying? Oh, about Snitch 9, right?
Snitch 9.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised. Like when you get into a situation like that, as far as
Street shit.
yeah, like just look at him. He wasn't scaring nobody. He wasn't putting no work in. Like we all could see that he couldn't beat
It
up.
was everyone around him.
Right. So obviously he was being extorted. That's obvious. Like from day one. All right, cool. You're not a thug. You're not a gangster. You have all these thugs and gangsters around you. Obviously you have to be paying them for them to be around you. Extortion 101. Right. Cool. So
and then it got thick when he fired everybody.
When he escaped from everybody, because it's like he didn't realize how deep he was in, and he thinking
He fired everybody after they fucked his baby mother or before?
I don't think.
I don't know about the baby mother thing. I'm not gonna jump in and throw dirt on someone else's vagina.
Because she denied this, Shotty denied it.
But it is dirty.
Everybody
It's a dirty shit
though.
because it's a dirty story, but it doesn't mean that that's
true.
her story.
Right, that is true.
So I won't never do that.
Yeah,
I will never do that
necessarily
to another woman.
Yeah, but I just don't necessarily believe it. You know what I'm saying? But
I think there's something
I just
to
don't-
say to
Right,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, you little mother sucker. Look, I'm about to say, I'm about to beat
That's
that.
ours too. What's
she got it,
up?
man.
He
Go ahead,
ain't
throw
got-
it in there.
He ain't got shit. Well, we
Yeah,
went,
but you know,
we went for.
Yes, you know, I mean, I'm not surprised by it. I just hope the kids realize from 6ix9ine to what's my man who got killed?
Triple X.
Triple X. To Bobby Smurder. Hopefully, these are cautionary tales for kids to realize being hot for a summer ain't worth it.
Well, you know what?
No,
Riding that
everyone loves
wave,
the smoke and mirrors.
Right, for a way, it's not worth it. Because really,
I look at it like this.
When you're getting into this business of entertainment, it should be to take care of your family and get the fuck out. This is entertainment.
Yeah.
When Jean-Claude Van Damme or whoever, you know, I'm just, you know, whoever is done shooting a gun, they go home to their family. They don't have to continue to act like they're a gangster.
But
Right.
before we leave, I want to say something to that one because, all right, you got the movie Scarface.
Right.
Nobody remembers the fact that he got fucking
Killed
killed
at the
on that inside.
Right.
Yeah. Everyone
They just-
remembers the world is yours.
The world is yours. All the shit that he's doing.
The parts that was glorified.
So
Right.
there's
That's what we glorify in
there's
our culture.
going to be those individuals that look at, well, fuck what happened after the fact. He was so fucking popular. This is how we're gonna do it.
Right.
This is the this is the blueprint
right.
of becoming
Right.
the trolling and all that because everybody's fucking trolls.
Right.
That was
And
the
then-
formula.
And look, even his fucking. I think this motherfucker something should happen with this guy. Like they should be questioning him on the stand too.
Who's that?
Fucking academic.
Right.
Like academic helped fuel all his shit.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, he wasn't a part of. He wasn't there when Shotty was jumping out of the car.
I mean,
should
if
have-
they felt
Yo,
like
dude,
he could be
He will always be on
conspiracy-
fucking. He'll be on there talking about how he was with Tekashi. Like that should be his fucking code D.
But for nothing criminal though. Like you know what I'm saying? He was
You
like,
don't
yeah, I
know.
was there, but he wasn't with them when Shotty jumped out the car
Conspiracy.
or whatever.
Conspiracy is a
conspiracy.
charge.
Yeah, but you have to tie in the conspiracy. Like you have to
But-
be able to tie it in.
What I'm saying
what I'm
is with the trolling on that end too,
Right.
because that's all he's been doing,
Right.
and that's how academic became such a big person in the first place. It's the bullshit, saying the bullshit about these guys in fucking Chicago,
Right, that's what
and
I'm
doing all
saying.
this dumb shit. Like
But you can't hold.
the kids are gonna look at that and be like, you know what, this is the blueprint. Because at the end of the day, I only
If I
care
do it,
about
I'm gonna get money.
Right, and this is why when it was that whole wave of us trying to get academics out of here, when I say us, I mean just it seemed like every
Culture.
right, from Myson to Cass to a lot of people was trying to get him out the way because he's
Yeah.
promoting clown stuff.
And
And
you gotta
that's
get-
the
you
stuff-
gotta get
And
Vlad,
you know what's
too.
funny?
As a
I see a pattern. Those type of people are hired by the white folks in hip hop.
to keep
So that
us,
brings us back
to keep us dumbed down.
to
right?
the East Coast, West Coast.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but
You know what I'm
also
saying?
when we see people like that, we gotta make it
Manufactured
uncool. We
entertainment.
gotta make it unacceptable. We gotta
Right.
make it to where he can't
But we're
thrive in this
entertained
business.
by the fuckery.
I mean,
Right,
and
exactly.
that
The
goes
fact
back
that
to
we're
what
having
Nip
this
said.
conversation, we're entertained by the fuckery.
Right.
And so many
'Cause I'm-
motherfuckers
I'm-
care about the bag.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
the ignorance in
the
our
thing.
community.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's
'Cause-
what, like, I seen something Nip said, you know, like, rest in peace. He was like, you know, when things like that happen and people do clown stuff, like, giving your attention to it, posting it,
Yeah.
talking about it,
It's fuel.
that's what keeps that going.
And you know why it's a little deeper too. If you look into the psychology of it, we always praise the dude who just came home, but the dude who's in college, that's not so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like being smart. Ain't cool. Being wavy is cool.
We spoke
I mean,
about
it's
that.
You know what I'm saying?
changing.
Being-
It's
we
changing
spoke about that.
slowly.
Right. But,
But
that's what we gotta
I mean,
praise. That's
social
what we
media,
gotta
I
promote.
think, threw a wrench in everything.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
They didn't anticipate it to
I can't
do
wait till that
as
shit
much as
crash.
it is done at
IG
the
and all
pace
that.
I can't
it's
wait till that
going.
shit crash.
Right.
Everyone have
one
a
good
pick
fucking
of a
week
boat.
without
Right.
it, dude. I can't
You
wait
know?
till that shit crash.
All-
Everything's gonna fucking change. It's gonna go back to fucking
Because this is
normal.
why no one knows how to fucking act. Everybody acts like a fucking animal. Like normally, like you would get information, it would came through someone. You'd have time to process it before you even react reacted or spoke on it. Now it's too fast. It's up. It's this. It's that. This one saw it. It's screenshotted. It's reposted.
Right.
Like it's too fast. No one has time to think.
And that's another thing. And people are.
Yeah, close it out, Cliff.
People are more about responding than actually comprehending the circumstance and this, of whatever's going on. It's like, I just want to get whatever my feelings is about the subject, so I can say I got it out quicker than the other person. Even it doesn't matter if I'm wrong or if I didn't do any due diligence, if I didn't do any digging. I'm just gonna get my my point out just to say it was out.
Right, because you're promoting yourself.
Right.
You post pictures of yourself. You post quotes that you want to post that supposedly come from your mind. The jokes you want to be seen, the things you want to show people. It's all about yourself. You're promoting yourself. So when shit hits the fan, it's about me, myself.
Right, and that's what a lot of people are stuck on, just themselves. And it's hard to get away from.
Ron, any last word on you? Nothing you want to say to that?
Nah, I'm not good at that. This is my first podcast, so I don't have no closing out.
It's the first a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm
welcome.
I chill out.
Now you go create
I
your
chill
own.
out.
You all got to do it, man.
Right.
There's so much content out there. Fuck everybody.
Fuck everybody.
I wish we could have got into the Chappelle thing a little bit, man.
Chappelle.
Yeah,
This is how I feel inside.
Because I've been saying that for years. I've been telling people,
What?
why do I have to
about to start.
participate in your delusion? I can't walk around and say, I'm white. I've been telling people this, hey, how you doing? My name is Clifford. I'm white. I'm not black. I can identify, if that's the case, anybody can identify as whatever they want. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against, I have gay people in my family. I have somebody who's really close to me in my life who's gay. Like, I have a lot of gay people.
Well, we over 2-3 minutes already?
I have nothing against them. I have nothing against them. Only thing I'm saying is...
Cliff is getting the final word. Go ahead, Cliff.
Only thing I'm saying is we have to stop participating in delusion. If you're a man, and I can clearly see that you're a man, that you were born a man, you can't get offended at me. If you come into the store, I'm like, how you doing, sir? Because you want to be a lady in your world.
That's your choice.
Hold on, that's your choice. But I don't have to participate in what you choose to do
Absolutely
by calling
not.
you a woman. So
Absolutely not.
And that's all I'm saying.
And it goes too far. Because if I'm not bothered by what you're doing in your own life, then you shouldn't be bothered if I don't want to fucking
participate in
your with you in the street.
That's what I'm saying.
Do what you want to do, and that's fine.
Have the right to do that,
but just because I don't want to do that doesn't mean fire me from my job.
Exactly.
Do this.
They made it like this.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. You could do whatever. As long as you're not hurting somebody, you're not hurting no kids, you're not taking from nobody. I don't care what you do.
We are in Greece again.
But I don't have to
Sodom and Gomorrah is on its way.
I can respect what you do. I don't have to agree with what you do.
Right. And even if I'm to the point where I don't even care to agree.
Right, exactly.
Like, that's my prerogative to do so.
When you coming back?
Exactly.
So we can
whenever
really get that one.
Whenever we could make it a,
we could do this.
We could make that a
tennis.
topic. That's crazy.
I definitely want to talk about that, and also we want to reach upon that blacks and Latinos. Fat Joe saying that I've been saying for a long time. Latinos are black.
Yeah, I mean, whoever doesn't know that, I mean, that's simple. That's simple geography. Like, what's wrong with you?
We'll get that. This is going board. Rest in peace, Nair.
Rest in peace,
also, shout out to Black Spade. They held us down today with the cards.
Dope concept.
Yo,
all right.
We out.
One.